We were standing in the doorway, keys in your hand, shoes still on. You said text me when you get home, like it wasn't already wrong. We laughed like it was nothing, like we didn't feel the weight of all the words we circled, but we're too afraid to say. Every night felt like a promise, every goodbye felt rehearsed. We kept pretending it was simple, but silence always hurt worse. We almost named it love, but we let it stay undefined. Close enough to feel everything, too scared to cross the line. We held the fire in our hands, just to say it wasn't enough. Yeah, we almost named it love. Your jacket on my shoulders, my name caught in your breath. You said this feels dangerous, I heard this could end. We lived inside the maybe, between someday and never. You said I don't wanna ruin this, like this wasn't already forever. I memorized the pauses, you mastered the escape. We were fluent in avoidance, calling fear timing and fate. We almost named it love, but we whispered instead of spoke. Let it live in late night moments and unfinished jokes. We had everything it takes, except the courage to be us. Yeah, we almost named it love. If you wanted to say it, you would have stayed. If it meant more than comfort, you wouldn't have walked away. I replay that night in slow motion, your hand letting go of mine. We chose the easy ending over crossing the line. We almost named it love, but almost still breaks my heart, 'cause almost means it mattered from the very start. Now I'm learning how to say it, even if you never do. We almost named it love, and that's the part I'll always lose. Yeah, we almost named it love, and I still feel it, don't you? We danced around the question, like it was too fragile to say. Every almost conversation, we quietly walked away. You'd say, let's not rush this. I'd nod like I agreed, but every night I wondered what you were to me. We built something on maybes, on smiles that didn't last, afraid the truth would shatter what silence let us have. If we'd asked, what are we, would we still be standing here? Or would the answer have saved us or confirmed our fear? We chose comfort over honesty and called it keeping cool, but I still wonder late at night, what if we'd asked the truth? Your hand brushed mine in taxis, your name slept on my tongue. I memorized your pauses before you said nothing. You look at me like you meant it, then pull back just in time, like loving me was dangerous if you crossed that line. We called it going with the flow, like that explained the ache. But the hardest part of loving you was the question we didn't take. If we'd asked, what are we, instead of letting time decide, will we have fought for something real or let the moment die? We hid behind uncertainty, past. What are we when it mattered the most? Maybe we'd have clearer memories instead of almost and ghosts. Now I'm learning some questions are answers in disguise, and the one we never asked is the reason we said goodbye. Oh yeah, if we'd asked, we might have known. My phone lights up at midnight, but it's never you this time. I type your name, erase it, like I do every line. There's 1,000 ways to miss you in the notes I never save. I talk to you in drafts that I'm too scared to send away. I know your favorite excuses, I know how this would go. You'd read it, wait a little, then let the silence grow. I've got unsent messages sitting heavy in my hands. Words I wrote in honest moments you were never meant to understand. I say I'm fine to everyone else, but I lie when it's just me. Yeah, I've got unsent messages still waiting to be free. Reply was careful, like you didn't want to stay. You left just enough space for me to hope you'd change. I scroll back through our history, like it's gonna say your name, but all I find are questions wrapped in things you never say. I practice conversations that you'll never hear. I almost press send every night and disappear. I've got unsent messages full of what if and maybe, every word a confession you don't know you gave me. I keep my heart in airplane mode so I don't break completely. I've got unsent messages and they're louder than you think. Would it matter, or would it just confirm that I cared a little deeper? And you never learned how to meet me in the open. Instead of halfway there, you were always good at leaving me with things you couldn't share. I've got unsent messages, but I'm learning how to breathe without waiting for your answer. That was never meant for me. Some words are meant for closure, some are meant to stay unseen. Yeah, I've got unsent messages, but tonight I'm letting them be. I'll delete your name again, and somehow I feel free. You say we'll see, like it's a promise. I hear it like a warning sign. We keep our feelings folded neatly, like they'll survive this time. Your smile holds back an answer, mine pretends it doesn't care. We're standing on a question neither of us dares. I count the seconds in your silence. You call it taking it slow, but every step we don't take is teaching me what you don't know. We're living between maybe and never, where hope learns how to wait. Too close to Your jacket still smells like last night. Your name still feels like mine. But every plan you don't make is another crooked line. You say you like where this is going, but you never say the place. I keep reading your intentions in the pauses on your face. I don't need a fairy tale, I don't need forever right now. I just need to know if I'm standing on solid ground. We're living between maybe and never, calling doubt, being free. You hold my hand in the moment, but never hold on to me. I'm tired of loving potential, of waiting for a sign. We're lost somewhere between. You're almost in me. Why? If never's where this ends, why let me feel this close? And if maybe's all you have, why won't you let me go? I'd rather know the ending than keep guessing every day. 'Cause uncertainty hurts deeper than a clean break. We were living between maybe and never. Now I'm choosing the truth. I won't beg for a future you're too scared to choose. I'm done standing in limbo, reading signs in your eyes. I'm stepping out of the space between hope and goodbye. You can keep the maybes, I'll survive the never. I knew your coffee order before you said my name. I fit into your weekends, but never into your plans. You held me like a secret, like something you'd outgrow. I learned how to be patient while you learned how to go. You said don't read into this, like I wasn't already there. Counting every moment, you almost chose to care. I was almost yours, but never the one you claimed. I felt like home to you, but you never stayed. I lived in your arms, but not in your life. I was almost yours every single night. Your friends never met me, but your silence knew my name. You disappear for days, then come back just the same. You said you liked it easy, I heard you like control. So I kept making space for you while losing my own. I smiled through the wait and called it understanding, but loving you halfway was quietly demanding. I was almost yours, close but never enough. You reached for me in private, then pulled back in public love. I gave you all my softness, you gave me all your doubt. I was almost yours till I figured it out. If you wanted me forever, you would have said my name out loud without hesitation, without a backup plan. I got tired of being chosen only when it was convenient. I deserve more than almost, more than temporary moments. I was almost yours, but now I'm choosing me. I won't was almost yours, and that almost broke my heart.